Hello again, music fans. I am back here for another update video. And I know it's been quite a while. In fact, more than a month. Well, the reason being was because I just have not bought that much stuff lately. I've been digging into my own collection. Listening to stuff that I haven't heard in years. In fact, really discovering, a lot of stuff. A lot of rediscovering, rather. You know, Many CDs that I have right there that we've all had them. All of us who have a large collection, we all have like stuff we haven't heard of in a long time. I just want to remedy that and just get back into listening what I do have. Okay, but I did buy three albums, and I'm also going to talk about some music related stuff here. The first one is a live album here from Testament, which is my favorite thrash metal band. I've always said that if the big four could be the big five, Testament would be the fifth horseman. A lot of people would say overkill. I know, but to me, I think Testament fits that bill. This is live at the Dynamo Open Air in 1997, so this is not new. But though the release is new, it's from last year, 2019. But the concert itself is from '97, right there, which I believe was their tour for the album Low. Okay, and of course, being this a festival, this is a very short set list. It's only got 8 songs, but some stuff that you don't usually hear, like Low, the song itself, Demonic Refusal, Dog Face Gods, and of course they close it out with Disciples of the Watch. Testament, live at the Dynamo Open Air. The next one, really excited about because from my favorite, one of my favorite bands, which is Nightwish. Here we have Decades live in Buenos Aires, Argentina, of course. It is a 2 CD Blu-ray set, okay, with when they were on tour in support of their Decades compilation album, which I don't have because I think all of the songs that I have that are on that compilation I already have. So there we have here the interior. There's it opens up in 4 places. Right now I have one of the CDs in my car, which I'm listening to it. But here's the other CD and also the Blu-ray. And has a very extensive booklet right here. Let's flip through it. Absolutely great concert. Floor Jansen just kills it. She is just an incredible front woman. Fantastic voice, fantastic looks, fantastic stage presence. The rest of the band is just on fire. There's the bass player. Okay. And it's curious because any of you who have of course been to concerts in the last 15, 20 years or so know that cell phones have become ubiquitous at concerts, where people recording the event, instead of actually watching it. And at the beginning of the Blu-ray, right there, they project on the screen for the audience, telling them to put away their cell phones, for the next 2 hours and just enjoy the show. I don't know how many of the people in Argentina actually did that, but anyway. Really, really great show. Great sound. And the Blu-ray just looks fantastic. Very recommended. And both Nightwish, as of the making of this video, both Nightwish and Testament are going to put out new material, I believe next month in April of 2020. Okay, and the other things that I want to talk about, which are music related, I recently saw there's one more CD that I bought, which I have listened to, though it has not yet come here. I'm going to put it over here, which is Chris Squire, a tribute. Which of course Chris Squire is was the bassist of Yes. Sadly, he passed away, and this CD, which I'm putting over here, is just Yes songs sung by many people related to Yes, many people within the other prog rock groups, like Steve Hackett, for instance, of Genesis. Really doing great interpretations of Yes songs. I have been listening to it, even though, like I said, I don't have the CD yet, but I have been listening to it streaming, and it's just a really great listen. All right. Now for the music-related stuff, I recently saw the heavy metal documentary series called Metal Evolution. I will put the poster over here. I saw it on Amazon Prime, and you may want to catch it there if you want to, or on, I don't know if it's in any other streaming service. But anyway, if you've seen Metal: A Headbanger's Journey, which I'm also going to put over here, if you've seen that documentary, which is made by the same person that does the Metal Evolution one, you've pretty much seen it all, because Metal Evolution is just like, it's a 10 episode series with hour-long episodes, but it really just covers the exact same ground as Metal: A Headbanger's Journey. All right, and quite frankly, I was a bit disappointed because, with 10 episodes, I thought they would go more in depth with metal, but it was really just very much skimming the surface, and a lot of repetitive ideas. Like, for instance, when they talk about the early days of metal, like Zeppelin, Purple, there's a big emphasis on trying to say, is this metal? Was it metal or anything? Same thing with the episode where they talk about grunge rock, which and also with glam metal. The host of the documentary is constantly asking that question: is grunge metal? Was hair metal metal? Was and it's like he's never heard of hard rock. Which he doesn't make the distinction between hard rock and metal. But anyway, if you're any kind of metal fan, you probably know everything that is on this documentary. It's okay, but I did expect a bit more. Another metal documentary I saw, which I do highly recommend, is called Soaring Highs and Brutal Lows. Put the poster over here. And it is a documentary about the women in metal. And it has interviews with various front women for bands, for Floor Jansen herself from Nightwish. Though at the time of the making of the documentary, she was in a band called Revamp. And also the singer from Stream of Passion, which I forget her name, but I'm going to put it over here. And also with Dora Pesh, of course, and Delane, Arch Enemy. Also just really going in depth to what it is like to be a woman in metal, and also talking about the music, just really going in depth of what they bring to the table musically. So I really found it very, very interesting. It's not a series, it's just a feature-length documentary. If you can catch it, I highly recommend it. All right. The other music-related item that I want to talk about is I finished now the book called Far and Away, which was written, of course, by Neil Peart, with the drummer of Rush, who sadly passed away, recently. And it was a very pleasant read. You really get to know him. He was a very private person, but it's ironic that through his writings, you really get to know him in a way that you never did through interviews, which he gave very few of. All right, it's mostly a travel journal. He was a motorcycle enthusiast. He liked to travel a lot, usually traveling between shows during Rush tours. Instead of taking the bus or plane like his band members, he would travel to that show on his motorcycle along with a riding partner. It's got a lot of motorcycle stuff that I didn't know about. I myself don't ride a motorcycle, and but he also talks a lot about drumming, and really going more in depth with his approach to drumming and how it changed over the years, and how even very later in life he really learned a lot about the craft of drumming. So I really enjoyed that book. He has several other books that are like travel journals, and I hope to read those in the future. All right. I have one more patch here for my battle jacket, which is, of course, Megadeth. Like I mentioned in other videos, I'm only going to put patches on here that are of bands that I've seen live. Speaking of which, in a few days, like maybe a week and a half, the guitarist for Stradivarius is going to come here to the city, and I hope to go see. He's going to do like a guitar clinic, and he's also going to be doing some playing some songs from Stradivarius. And his name, let me just get it here, is Timo Tolkki. Timo Tolkki. All right. So I hope there's a meet and greet so he can autograph a couple of Stradivarius CDs. I'll let you know how that went. For now, that's pretty much it. I am going to have more stuff to show you next month because I'm going to make another internet order. For now, thank you very much for watching, and so long.